Hi up, my name's Kayla and welcome to my channel. Today's video is inspired by one of my favourite booktuber and YouTubers. It's Lauren and the Books. Every month Lauren does a favourites video which talks about her favourite things that she's enjoyed throughout that month, not necessarily bookish, and she does her video. And that's what I want to do today. I thought it was a really nice idea. I really enjoy watching them, so I wanted to share with you things that I've enjoyed in the month of January. January is a really rubbish month in general. It can feel like it goes on for an eternity, and in the UK we are in a state of lockdown, so our January seems even longer, with the fact that we can only go out for essential items and the whole COVID thing, which I don't want to dwell on too much. It can all be a bit much, but there is little positives in everything, and we just have to look for them, I suppose. So I'm going to tell you about the things that I've enjoyed. The first thing that I'm going to talk about, or the first things that I'm going to talk about, are bookish. Sorry, I'm just going to lean and get my stuff. It is currently the 27th of January, and so we do have a few days left, and I am reading something at the moment. So I won't be doing a January wrap up until next week, but I'm pretty sure that this book is my book, or my favourite book of January. It was between two. It's going to take a lot to knock it off my top spot, but that is The Push by Ashley Audrain. This book, firstly, before anybody reads this book, I would say Google trigger warnings. It is really dark. It follows a lady called Blythe who comes from quite a troubled family, and she has a baby girl called Violet, and the motherhood journey that Blythe had in her head isn't necessarily what she gets. Violet is a very troubled baby, I suppose is the way that you call it. It's really hard because I don't want to spoil it, but Violet and Blythe don't connect the way that you would think a mother and daughter would connect, and Blythe thinks that there's something wrong with her. She thinks that there's maybe something wrong with Violet, and her husband disagrees and says it's all in Blythe's head, and it's that relationship journey and a whole lot more. I will say that when I read the last page, I swore. There was a few of us that were reading it that was on Twitter, and I immediately messaged one of the ladies that was on Twitter and said, oh my god, that last line, like, I need more from this book. I devoured it. I read it in less than 24 hours, and I've got a 6-month-old baby and 2 other children. It's not easy to binge read at times, but I read it so fast. And if you like thrillers, and if you like books that take you on an emotional journey and make you doubt your feelings towards characters, then this is, it's epic. She writes in such a way that she can make you really dislike characters that you would never in your real life think that you could ever dislike. It's so cleverly done, and I do think at this point, and it's really early to say, but I do think this will be one of my books of the year as well. It's not for everybody. There is definite trigger warnings for abuse and drug abuse and alcohol problems and just a whole host of stuff. So I'll definitely, if you're something that's super sensitive or find things trigger you very easily, I would definitely check out the trigger warnings before picking up this book, but I gave it 5 stars, and I'm gonna bully my husband to give it a read as well, because I think it's something that he would really enjoy. My second bookish thing is That's Not My Books. This is my favourite one. This is That's Not My Bat. My nearly 6-month-old son has just started enjoying tummy time and sitting with mummy and daddy and sisters and reading along with books. And this month I have so loved, we're actually collecting these books for Arthur. He loves that they're each page, I don't know whether you'll be able to see, but each page has a That's Not My Bat for I think this one is its ears are too airy, and then the next one is probably its tummy is too fluffy, and they're all very touchy-feely books. They're really popular, they've been around for years and years, and Arthur absolutely adores them. And look at that for a baby book, it's got metallic end papers. I love spending time with Arthur. I love spending time with him reading. I had a very turbulent journey with the beginning of being a mum with Arthur. I won't go into it too much, but I suffered very badly from postnatal depression. I had problems with bonding and things, and so being able to share this and enjoy the time has just been absolutely incredible, and I've loved every second, and I can't wait. We've ordered him a new book and it's on its way today, and I genuinely cannot wait to spend some time with him and read that later on. So that's that one. The other things that I've been enjoying are not necessarily bookish. Well, they're not bookish. I think there's one that you may class, and I don't know, this is really bad that I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's here. So there's really not booktuber savvy, is it? As you're reaching over. One of the other things that I've got to be careful what page that I open this up on, because there's some there's some graphic, not graphic as in rude, as in graphic pictures from my cesarean in here. But another thing that I've been enjoying is bullet journaling. I don't know whether you'll be able to pick this up on camera. I've been drawing little books on bookshelves, and I've been in fact I won't show that because that's my reading stats. I've been tracking my mood with a, is that in focus? Are you gonna focus in? No, maybe. With a Tetris board. Oh, there we go. You can see a little Tetris board. I have been making spreads for series that I want to read. Doing this is a spread for Polathon. I've just really enjoyed sitting down and being creative and just doodling and colouring, and I'm not very organised either. I find that I always want to be really organised. I always have the best intentions of being organised, and I absolutely suck at it. And so bullet journaling has given me that little thing to be more organised, to plan in advance, and to actually enjoy doing it. I'm not the most artistic person in the world. I can't draw amazing things, but I do like doodling. I do like colouring and just making things look pretty. And so I've just loved being able to do that, sitting down and just having that time to do a bit of a brain dump and just mess about with a bullet journal. I've really enjoyed it. The other thing that I've really enjoyed is something that my husband surprised me with at Christmas, and you can see them in the background here. I have, for as long as I can remember, had a it was a, you know, when you have that thing that you always say, if I had the money I would buy them straight away. That for me was these beautiful Vonda boots from Doc Martens. I absolutely adore them. They've got the roses up. They're just, oh my gosh, they're just, I mean, look at them. Look, they're just absolutely stunning. And I do own them in the shoe version. I got them at an outlet that's what I say, not, it's like an hour or so away, when we were allowed to go out into the wilderness. And I always said, like, they were the boots that I always wanted to own. If I could ever own them, they were my dream shoes. Some people want Louboutins, some people have this big idea of these shoes that they want. I wanted the Vonda boots. And Christmas Day, there was this big parcel and it said on it, sometimes dreams come true. When I opened it, it was these boots. And all my days, I have loved wearing them. I just, you know, when you feel like something just fits your style and the things that you like, that is then boots for me. I absolutely adore them, and I've been wearing them as much as I can in January. They brought me so much joy. I feel I'm not a confident girl when it comes to my image and my style. I was born in the wrong era. I was definitely supposed to be born in the 50s, and to be able to wear vintage fashion, that's how I am. But when when I put them boots on, I just feel like me, and for the longest time I've not really felt like me. So they have just brought me so much joy, and I'm just so thankful to my amazing husband for buying me them. Another thing that I've been really enjoying is makeup. I'm not a girl that's very good at makeup. I like really bold colours. I'm more of a winged eyeliner, shove a bit of it on, a bit of eyeshadow on, and just hope for the best kind of girl. I just wish that I could have the talent to do more, and I don't, but I do like experimenting with colour. And I know some extremely talented ladies. They are they're just amazing, and they've become friends, and they've grouped together, and they've designed their own makeup range, and they are it's Kat and Emma from Badass Beauty. Now just look at this. Like, this is absolutely bloody stunning. This is, I think it's called the Success palette, and I'm just trying to show you without dropping it everywhere. And these are the colours. They're really bold and bright and just amazing, but also if you're not into bold colours, you can make some really subtle looks with this palette. They are on Instagram, and they're just amazing people. I've got the eyeliner as well, and I have super sensitive skin. I have really bad eczema prone skin, and I can wear this palette and it's just amazing. And I can't even tell you, like, I just can't. It is stunning. And creating looks with this, even though I'm not the best at makeup, has just brought me so much joy. Today I'm wearing the Success palette. I'm sure it's called the Success palette. I'm gonna have to look that up, and please forgive me if it's not the right one. I'm sure it is. I'm wearing the Red Sea Sahara. Oh, it is the Success palette. The Success colour and Tomb today, which is all these across here. And I just absolutely adore it. They're super talented. Please go and check them out. They're not overly expensive either, and they're currently working on new lines as well. They do sell out quite quick, but they do, I think they update so often to let you know when it's back in stock and how many they've got in stock, and they're just incredible. And if you have any questions as well, they'll answer your questions. They'll even do makeup tutorials to show you what you can do with the palette. They're just absolutely epic and worth a follow. I will try and link it below, but we know I'm not tech savvy, so we'll give it a go. The other thing, or the last thing that I want to talk about, is something that would be really odd to say it's been one of my favourite things, because the reason behind what we had to do was so important. But it's isolation. So in the UK we have an NHS test and trace app, and the app will ping to let you know whether you have to self-isolate because you've been in contact with somebody who has tested positive for coronavirus. And my husband unfortunately got pinged. The app epically failed and didn't ping in time, so we got pinged when he'd only got 4 days left to isolate, which is absolutely shit and shocking on the app's point of view. But what it did was we spoke to some medical professionals after his phone pinged, because it had pinged so late, and we made the decision as a family to isolate together. Now in the UK, I believe that if somebody is requested to isolate, not necessarily do you have to isolate the rest of the household. So it's just that person that needs to isolate. My husband does our weekly shop. We don't take the children into the supermarket. He does the weekly shop, and that week he'd done the weekly shop at our local supermarket and he'd been to the dentist. We honestly feel like I'm justifying it, but I'm not. In any way, shape or form. We only go out for daily exercise if like, because we've got a dog, we take the dog out for a walk. We don't go anywhere that's crowded, and we don't visit anywhere. We've literally been nowhere, and then obviously is that pinged and we were like, oh my days. So we took the decision, after speaking to medical professionals, to isolate as a family. And this sounds so bizarre to say, but it gave us time that took, for me, pressure away, because there's a big pressure, I think, just on people in general, that you must go out for your daily walk and exercise, and you must be more active and do this, that and the other. And I've got an history of an eating disorder, and I get quite obsessive when it comes to, if somebody tells me I've got to go out for a daily walk, I will then panic that if I don't go out on that daily walk, it will affect my weight, and I don't really want to go into it too much. But making that decision to be in isolation, to be together as a family, and to just stop and not have to go out for a walk and not have to do all that kind of stuff and just be at home and just spend time together, was, in a strange way, one of my favourite things. Not in the fact that the reason why we had to isolate is because my husband had potentially come into contact with somebody with coronavirus, and like, God bless them, I really hope that they're okay. We don't know who it is. We've not been anywhere. We got in contact with the dentist, but obviously they can't tell you for data protection purposes, so we don't know where it came from. And like, we so hope that they've recovered and they're okay. My husband showed no signs of symptoms, like everything was fine. But having that time together as a family to take the pressure off was just, it was just lovely. It's sort of nice to have that little bubble, and it's hard because I feel very fortunate that I have a family to be surrounded by, whereas people don't have that at all. And for it to be included in this video, it's because I was so mindful how lucky I was to have them around me, even when I felt, when I'm feeling like things are really shit, to just have that time together and to know that we're spending that time together was just really nice. Things in the UK at the minute are not looking like they're getting better anytime soon, and it's such a pressured time for everybody. So I wanted to include it being in this video as well. And also, not just that, the fact that, you know, I'm so thankful to our NHS. Our NHS is one of my favourite things for January as well, because my son was really poorly, he had a cow's milk allergy, and the people in the NHS rallied round him and got him sorted and reassured me at a time where I had to be in hospital with him and not have my husband there either. So, you know, it's hard to say that going into an hospital or being told you're in isolation is one of your favourite things, but you know, we have to be thankful that we have these measures in place as well. And so that's that. I don't want to get into whole like bringing my video down with the mood, but that's they're my favourite things of January. And if you've got favourite things that you've enjoyed, and please link it down below, or comment and let me know what your favourite things are. If you've stayed this far and you just want to know where my Baby Yoda earrings are from, then I will link the Etsy shop down below for those as well, because they are incredibly awesome. And they were an accidental purchase when I'd got several things in my basket on Etsy, and just pressed buy now and bought them all and forgot that these were in there, and they might be one of the best accidental purchases I've ever made in my life. So if you want to know more about them, I'll link them down below as well. As per usual, my details will be down below, including my Amazon wish list and my socials. And yeah, I will be back with my, I think, January wrap up. That will be the next video I film at some point, hopefully before March, because, you know, goodness knows how this YouTube thing's gonna go. But thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and please join me again for another video very soon. Take care guys, peace out, bye.